Hey book friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my May TBR video. We're going to be playing TBR University like normal. I'm really looking forward to it. The only thing I'm going to try to kind of work around it is my TBR for Escape the Readathon. So let's just hop in and select all the books for May. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back, all the things. So before we start rolling the dice, let's go through last month, April. So as I shared in April, we are moving. We're moving, and that's made me a bit of a, how did I say it to my husband? An anxiety squirrel. Like I have squirrel moments, like my brain is working too much. And so my problem is I am bouncing off a lot of books. So let me just share. So I had this stack from April, including Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. So I did read the Abby Jimenez book. I listened to it actually. I want to wait for the paperback because Book of the Month didn't have it and I thought they were going to, but that's okay. Anyway, I also read Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, and that's it from this stack. I read a lot actually this month. I'm not quite at the end, so stay tuned for my wrap up. I picked some books that you all might not have expected me to read, but I did not start Faybound yet because I was waiting for the audiobook, which I realized I need to have the audiobook, so I'm going to try and take that into account this month. So hopefully that might go back on my TBR because I do want to read it. I started both of these books, The Last Thing You Told Me by Laura Dave and Here One Moment by Leanne Moriarty. Started like 2 or 3 chapters, and neither of them really grabbed me because I'm like, I need to do other things. I need to, like, this story's too slow. All these things were bugging me. And so I'm not DNFing those books. I'm putting them back on my shelves. Right now is not the time to read them. I have to try and pick very particular books for this like moving season because we just have too much going on. So I officially failed my April TBR. And I will be doing hard professor mode. I am just accepting that. And now we need to also pick the genre for May. And what I did is I took off mystery thriller. I took off historical. I took off so many things and I just kept some very specific kind of books. So I added young adult because I've been reading a fair amount of young adult, fantasy, romantasy, and romance. Let's just spin. We'll put it up here for you guys. So let's watch this. See what kind of course we're going to play in May. Romantasy. That's probably pretty good because I've been reading a specific kind of book, and really it's the kind that has stakes. So the fantasy aspect of that usually brings stakes, but then the like yearning of the relationships also makes me want to keep reading to see if they're going to end up together. I know, like, it's not my typical genres, but it's been working for me. So May's course is Hard Professor Romantasy. I can do that. Let's flip around and do our first roll. Okay, guys, I'm gonna just shuffle these really quick. See what happens. I also boxed like 14 or 15 boxes so far of books, so I don't have all my selections. So that might make this a little chaotic as well. We're just gonna roll with it. Let's just see what happens. 5. So 1, 2, 5. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So genre specific. So a romantasy book that also has a landscape on the cover. Okay, let me just go see what I can find. All right, I picked something. I'm a little unsure if this is the correct month to do this, but I really want to tandem read the next 2 books in the Throne of Glass series. So I have Tower of Dawn here by Sarah J. Maas. My copy has a landscape here at the top. So this counts. I'm just hesitant to put, these are big books, 640 pages, but I am planning on getting the audio through Audible for both of these books and do the tandem read. Let me know down below if you've read Throne of Glass. If you did the tandem read, do you recommend it? Everybody has so many opinions about this. I would love to hear yours. So this is the first thing officially going on my TBR. All right, so let's just do roll number 2. 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just a regular prompt. Gifted book. I can do gifted book because my sister gives me so many books. I'm going to count that as gifted. She just is such a love and gives me so many books. So let me go see. Gifted book. I have read a lot of my gifted books, honestly, but like I said, I do have a sister who is amazing and she lets me borrow books. Like this is actually her book. I'm just borrowing it. So I can't count borrowed books, but I was thinking I could count books she's given me. So that's just what I'm going to do. And I have 2 options. So Faybound, like I talked about last month, this Sounds really good. It's by Sarah El Arifi. It has to do with like elves and fae and two elf sisters ending up in the fae court or something to that notion. I'm waiting on the audiobook for this. I'm also waiting on the audiobook for this. And this is the next book in the Love Light Farms. And so this is In the Weeds by B.K. Borenson. And I think this is about Beckett, the farmer guy, her partner that's a farmer. I liked his character. The main female love interest is that like social media lady. So sometimes that's hit or miss for me. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I've got an idea. I'm gonna grab my phone off of here and I'm gonna check which audiobook is gonna come sooner. That's it. Faebound, I'm in the whole position number 3 and In the Weeds, number 4. So I'm gonna put Faebound on my official TBR then for my gifted book. All right. 4. Not going very fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's just a standard intimidating read. Okay, I don't even have to look. What I'm gonna put on here, because like I said, these are intimidating in the sense that they're huge. But I already mentioned the fact that I want to do the tandem read. So this is Empire of Storms. So these are books 5 and 6 of Throne of Glass. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't regret putting these beasts on my May TBR, but I also do enjoy listening to this story. I feel like it's a very easy to consume via audio, and so I think it's a wise choice. I think it is. I could be wrong, but irregardless, let's just do rule number 4. 7. 5, 6, 7. Oh, there we go. All right, white cover. Oh, right. Oh, I have a book. I brought over some nonfiction books. This is probably the one that, not sure, because I haven't been reading nonfiction, but I really want to prioritize my nonfiction because I have a stack of books that have to do with parenting and have to do with homeschool, like educating my kids, which I homeschool. And so I picked up this book. It's called Mind in the Making, The 7 Essential Life Skills Every Child Needs by Ellen Galinsky. So it's a nonfiction book. I do want to read it. And maybe this is just the push I need to actually do it because it's on my official TBR. I'm really excited to get into some of these books. Like I brought over another one, which I won't pick to this month, but here's my other nonfiction book, which is The Power of the Adolescent Brain. So I have lots of good learning to do. So we're gonna put this on my TBR. Okay, hopefully we can finish this out. Let's see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if we can get an 8 or higher. 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, book 5. Book 5, underhyped book. Okay, I can do that. I can do underhyped book. So obviously I can't do this one. That's pretty hyped. I can't do this one, which is also pretty well known. This is part of my reading challenge. So there's this book that I heard about from Emily's channel. So Emily from Arg Schooling, she loves like books and homeschooling, and I love her channel. But she just read and recommended Eleanor of Avignon, I think, or something to that notion. I'm not sure of the author. What I understand this to be is a historical fiction book that has to do with a pandemic, which I'm a big fan of that. So our main character is like a healer. She works under the Pope or something to that notion, and she's trying to help with, I believe, the Black Death. I'm a little unsure. Honestly, I was just listening to some booktube like an hour ago, and I ended up requesting that from the library. I think I'm gonna throw that on my TBR because it's a little different, but yet I'm always very drawn to pandemic books and like medical-based books. So I think this will land well with me, and it's a little different from this stack. I almost put on another romantasy, but I decided that's just too much. I've already got this like big tandem read here, so we're gonna do that. Oh, that'll be really fun. Okay, so hopefully let's finish this out. 1, 2, 3. 6 or more, we'll finish this out. 6, okay, we got it, 6, 6. So 1, 2, final square. So what final square means is I'm just gonna flip this around and run my final spinner wheel. Okay, I got it pulled up here. Let's just spin the wheel and see what happens. So let's see what my final book prompt is from, oh, seasonal TBRs. That's really good. So I have my spring TBR video. I will pop it up somewhere. I'm 100% sure I put this book on there. And I want to read this. I already talked about it. This was definitely something on my list. I like this. I like this combo of books. And so this is In the Weeds by B.K. Bornson, like I just said. So I have 6 books for May during a very stressful moving month, but I feel like I have them all on audio. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not that one that was a very spur of the moment choice, the historical fiction one, but I have everything else on audio. And so Eleanor of Avignon, something is on top. Into the Weeds by B.K. Bornson. Like I said, it's a romance book, the second one in the Love Light Farms. This book, Mind in the Making by Ellen Galinsky, which is that nonfiction book about kids and life skills. So I think that'll be good. I have Feybound by Sara El Arifi about the 2 sisters, elven sisters, who kind of get kicked out based on something that younger sister does. Like the older sister's like a warrior and the younger sister is like a diviner or something like that. And something happens and they get kicked out of the elven world. I also have the second book. I think it's called Cursebound. I have that also requested for the audio. So if I like it, I'll just move on with it. And then I have the 2 books for the tandem read of Sarah J. Maas, which is Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. 6 books. We'll see how it goes. Like I've always said, I love playing this game, but it's not going to stress me out if there's months where I just need to release the books, like April. And so I have only 1 more to add, and then I'm going to look at the prompts for Escape the Readathon. What I'm going to add is Recursion by Blake Crouch. So this is the book we are reading in my reading challenge called Elevate Your Reading. It's linked down below. There's a Discord group. It's all accessible for anybody who wants to join. So please come over if you haven't read Recursion. I feel like this is one of the books on our list for the year where there's a potential where a lot of people have read it. But if you haven't and you've been wanting to read it and you want to read it with us, come over because I do enjoy Blake Crouch's books. I loved Dark Matter. Okay, I shouldn't say books. That's the only book I have read of his. But what I remember this to be is a very kind of, not psychological, but it has to do with like memories. Technology that has to do with memories. I'm not quite sure. But we're going to be reading Recursion. So I'm adding that to my TBR. Now I'm going to check Escape the Readathon. Okay, so I just looked up her official rules for this, and the way she's running it this year, which I will link her announcement down below, and Books with Lexi is who runs this readathon, and there are some required reads. Once you're in a room, then other prompts will be kind of brought up, and maybe I can fit some different books. But tentatively, I think I can fit everything on here. So I'm going to run through it really quick. So the first one is Book That Matches Your Current Outfit. I can read this one because it's black, so that's Empire of Storms. And then a genre blend book. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I would have said like Dark Matter was sci-fi thriller. So I'm thinking Recursion is also sci-fi and thriller. So that is one I could read for a genre blend. Popcorn read, I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to leave that for when I pick up a random book, which I'm sure I will, which is just basically a fun, quick read, which I've been doing a lot of fun, quick reading. And then Pool is double letters in the title. So that's Weeds, or for In the Weeds. This is great. And then Arcade is underrated book. So that is the one that I cannot pronounce. Eleanor of Avignon. Will be reading that one. Hopefully this will push me to read it even more. But I am really interested in that. And then Gym and Spa is a book you've been putting off. I might fill that later too, but it could be the Sarah J. Maas books because I just recently picked back up the whole series after taking a like 1.5 year long break. And so I would qualify that whole series as something I've been putting off. And so, yes, I feel like I can fit my TBR University into Escape the Readathon. And so I'm really excited for that. I haven't picked my team yet. I'm leaning towards detectives because Tori is the host for that and I'm part of her Patreon and she's just really sweet. And so I might do detectives, but I shall see. So anyway, you guys, those are my plans. We'll see how it goes. I'm holding it very loosely, but I do have a lot of audiobooks for a lot of these choices. And so I am excited and they're all very much in genres I really want to read right now. So just let me know your thoughts on the books. And if you're going to be participating in Escape the Readathon, let me know which team you're going to participate in down below. But if you can't think of necessarily anything to say, let's do a daisy for In the Weeds. So that's what I have, you guys. I hope you all are well. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next book video. All right, guys, take care. Bye.